So I'm just sitting there, you know, minding my own business, just doing battles or whatever. I don't really know what I was doing at the time. But I get a little email notification in, like, the bottom right, because I'm signed into AIM. And it says, you know, Wilechase is subscribed to you on YouTube. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, that's pretty big. And then it says Wilechase has posted a comment to your profile. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? So I read it. And, you know, he challenged me to a match. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm like, how could I turn him down? So, we had a standard match at the stream the other night. And, not much else to say. We're gonna play it back right now. Alright, so we got a battle versus Weil. And, the scenario right now is Azelf versus Kangaskhan. I decide I'm going to go for the fake out, so as not to over-predict. Solid damage is solid unless it's on a Jirachi. Now, when I was talking to a couple of people about facing Wilechase, people told me, you know, Weil is crazy about U-turn. So that was one thing I really should have kept in my mind, but I didn't for some reason. Anyways, so I go out to Togekiss for some reason, I guess to try to flamethrower it, or I really don't know. And he brings in his Zapdos instead, so I figure, you know, we're going to try to tri-attack. And if this thing's specially defensive, then, you know, I shouldn't have been able to break the sub. So I think it might be, I don't know what kind of Zapdos this is. I know it's bulky, but I don't know what it's invested in. Discharge does a lot, thankfully doesn't get the paralysis though, and Keiko is not doing your job here in terms of inflicting a status condition on anything. So I go for the tri-attack, and you know, I really hope just I can get something on this Jirachi, like a burn or a paralyze would be nice, but I don't get anything, but at least I get to bring in something safely, because I know this thing's scarfed at this point. So he switches out, and he goes to his Flygon, and I decided, you know, I'm an agility. He was probably expecting the Heat Wave. And now I outspeed the Flygon for effect. So I'm going to go for the HP Grass. I'm really regretting not having Ice, but I really need Zapdos to hit Swampert more than I needed to hit Dragons. He goes for the Draco Meteor, thinking I'm the physically bulky variant. I'm not. I just kind of have some HP, but not really that much. And I go for the Heat Wave, expecting some kind of switch because his special defense dropped, and it gets a crit, which didn't really matter because I would have gotten a 2-hit KO with Hidden Power anyway. And he does kill himself at this point, but you're going to see in the next couple of turns that the damage he does to me anyway is not going to matter. I just sped the game up one turn, that's all. So anyway, I go for a Thunderbolt on this Zapdos. And does a decent amount. He goes for Roost though. And what are we looking at here? So he gets recovery, I get lefties, and he gets lefties as well. So since I'm faster, all I can really do is go for another T-Bolt, and I'll just keep T-Bolting until he kills me is the idea. And he decides to kill me now. As you can see, even that probably would have taken me out from half health anyway because it's Zapdos, and Zapdos is kind of a heavy hitter. So I go into Kangaskhan right here, and I go for the Double Edge just so I can get solid damage in case, you know, Jirachi switches in, or if Zapdos wants to stay in, I know I outspeed the defensive varieties and I can KO from half health, which is good. And right here is the biggest, stupidest mistake of the match. Xenon told me in Skype, hey, he's pretty much gay but straight for U-turn. So me getting scared of the close combat, I switch out, and I switch right into this Choice Banded U-turn, which hurts. Bad. And now he U-turns again, and I mean, I have initiative, but Azelf was important in this match, because it's the only thing that can outspeed Infernape, and it's the only real counter I have for Infernape. So he goes for the Choice Banded close combat on this turn as I bring in Kingdra, and I'm thinking maybe there's a small chance I can live that, and I live with 2. Which is amazing, because I went right for the Dragon Dance, because this is my physical one. If I brought the special one, it might have been a little bit more help, but I can't really complain now. So he decides he doesn't want to stay in, and I go to Suicune. He predicts the fairly obvious waterfall. I've been watching his videos lately, so I don't know why I didn't see Suicune coming. Since this is the physical variety, I decide just to go for the Outrage and see how much a +1 outrage is going to do to this. I think it's an offensive Suicune anyway. And I get a crit, which definitely mattered. I'm kind of fighting a losing battle at this point, but the crit kind of, you know, it eased the blow a little bit. He does have Mach Punch on this thing, which is kind of bad, because everything else I have left on this team is weak to Mach Punch. And right here, he does go for the Mach Punch again, which gets his stab up to 60. And right here, I did not expect to live. And I forgot that Mach Punch cuts to Fake Out. I forgot Fake Out is on the same priority level. So if I went for Double Edge, I could have taken this Infernape out. But I can't. And he goes for Mach Punch again on Lucario, and I forget if that KOs. It doesn't, so there's another case of me living that I could have killed this thing with, and it doesn't happen. So if I went for Double Edge with Kangaskhan, it might have been closer to a 2-0. I don't know what he had left, but that's the game. It really just wired down to me living hits that I didn't really expect myself to, and if I had planned differently for that, and I kept using priority moves. I don't know why I didn't. I should have just picked regular moves. I wasn't really thinking too straight because you know, the pressure was kind of on. But it was a great game. If you're watching this, I would gladly love a rematch with you sometime in the near future, or, you know, just whenever. It was a good game otherwise. And I got some more battles coming up, probably, I'm going to say on Tuesday and Thursday. So stay tuned, you guys.